kind of unique couple of 20-point scores. What are the keys against the Vanderbilt on the road?
Defend. We have to play our defense. We have to be disciplined. They got really great scores that we have to disrupt. That we have to just kind of cut the production down in the amount of clean looks, in the amount of less free throws. So that's what we got to do. I mean, it's not rocket science. It is our will against their will.
What do you think of what Michaela Blakes has done, and how do you stop a player like that who's just on fire offensively?
I mean, it's hard to stop when you got the greenest of green light. It's hard to stop. You're unafraid. You have no fear of missed shots. You have no fear of turning the ball over. You have no fear. So it's kind of hard when you're running up against a player like that. You just got to make it difficult. You got to control what you can control. You can control if you're fouling her or not. You can control whether or not you're giving her clean looks. Those are the things that we can control. And we just try to get her to play inefficient basketball.
You guys had a bounce-back game in terms of a result. How's the energy and focus you feel today in practice?
It's good. I mean, we're focused. We're focused. I mean, we're not perfect, but we're focused. And when we have the level of focus that we have, we're going to be disciplined on both sides of the basketball, and we're going to play cleaner basketball. So it's easy for everyone to see on both sides of the ball.
Don, I feel like last night there were a couple times where the defense led to offense for you guys. How important is that kind of concept in the grand scheme of, trying to put together a winning effort?
I mean, it's when you can steal some points, when you create them from defense, it just helps all the way around. It helps put a team back on their heels. I mean, it helps not put so much pressure on your half-court offense to have to execute. And then I think defensively, I think it helps you lock in even more because you want that feeling of easy baskets.
You got to break some exciting news yourself on Instagram this morning. Congrats on your book. You talked about how a lot of people wanted you to write a book, and you eventually did. What made kind of the timing right? How did you decide, especially because you're in the height of your career?
One, I just got tired of people asking me. Two, I had to do it before I forgot everything, right? Three, I think the season that we had last year, made me really thankful of what I described as the uncommon favor career. And I think it was just only fitting to just kind of put that in context of my life and share it with people.
Where does writing a book stack up in all the other challenges and accomplishments you've had in your life so far?
Not at the top of it. Not because it forces you to think hard, like it's exhausting, like mentally exhausting. And I don't like to feel that way. I mean, I like to be exhausted from a win. Writing the book is just you got to think about a lot of things and who were the characters that played, and sometimes you lose that in just getting older. But the good stuff is in it, like the stuff that I really think things that were impactful to my life. Just starting out, just growing up in North Philly, in the projects. I mean, everything has a correlation back to that. Everything has a correlation back to my mother. Everything has a correlation to, the successes. And it was just because the foundation that I've had.
You hit on it a little bit last night, but what kind of performance like she had last night?
Enough about that book. Go ahead. You all right?
You hit on it last night, but what kind of a game like Marion had last night do for her just going into these last 3 games of the postseason?
Great. I mean, what it does for me is just I know that she can calm down and play focused basketball. Like I don't have an issue. Like she's a tough kid. Like she rebounds the basketball. She's tough. And out of a game that I think she probably should have had the most nerves was yesterday. She looked the most calm, in all season long. So I'm hoping. I mean, we watched it. We gave her flowers and filmed today, and I hope that you know, she feels that and wants to bottle that up and display it again, you know, because I do think she stretches the floor like no other post player on our team. I mean, she rebounds consistently. Like, that's what she does when she's been in the game, and she defends. So hopefully we'll be able to put her in a position where she can help us.
Bree was very aggressive last night offensively. She looked like she was really stepping up as a leader yesterday. How much better is your team offensively when Bree really does take shots? Because she can score them.
Yeah, I mean, it helps us tremendously, you know, to have, you know, a fourth or fifth scorer out there on the floor. You know, I think Breezy's greatest gift to us really is her ability to catch and shoot. She's very efficient at that. And I think she's getting a lot better coming off ball screens and reading what should happen. I think, but most importantly, Breezy has to be definitive in whatever she does. Like, definitive. If you want to shoot, shoot. If you want to come off the screen and shoot, shoot. If you want to come off the screen and pass, you know, that's a little bit of a setup where the defense has to dictate that. But if she's aggressive, I love an aggressive Breezy Hall.
Anything else, Coach?
All right.